The church, the Bible says the world will know we are Christians by our love. So I guess we don't love each other very much yet. Because I don't think the church sees a loving group of people. I think they see hate-mongering. They see people standing up and cursing homosexuals. They see Christians outside of abortion clinics yelling at the mothers, murderer, killer. You know, is that what Jesus would say to her if he met her? Are we supposed to be like him? We should be talking about love. We should be talking about forgiveness. We should be talking about the value of the human soul, spirit, body. So what is the Christian church doing? I mean, we're the church. Are we feeding the poor? Are we going to visit sick people? Are we going into prisons? Are we doing that? Is that how they're seeing that we love? Does each of you have a child you're supporting? The Bible says that we're going to stand before Christ and he's going to say, apparently, just one thing to us. Did you feed me? Did you clothe me? So it must be pretty important to him if that's all he's going to talk about. And he's going to say to some, you did not feed me and you did not clothe me. When you did not feed and clothe the least among you, the poor, you did not feed and clothe me. And the Bible then says in the next verse that, and I hate to paraphrase it, but I don't have my Gideon Bible from the hotel room. But it says that, to these people who he said, you did not feed me, you did not clothe me, when you did not feed and clothe the least among you, to them they will be sent away into the place reserved for Satan and the demons, the eternal damnation, burning, hell. I don't know who's talking to, really. I must be talking to people who don't feed and clothe the least among them. So I don't want any of those people to be you. You know, we're in a strange place in our Christianity now. The church is kind of into self-promotion. You know, we go to church for the Lord to bless us, and we want prosperity, and we sing these songs, basically these praise and worship songs. I think if I'm getting the lyrics right, and I've had a little experience with lyrics, that we're saying we will bless you, we will follow you, we love you. It's kind of not about God so much as us. It's we, you know. How did it get to be that way? I thought we were supposed to pick up our cross and follow Jesus. Not expect God to follow us around, blessing us. And so we are seeking God, yeah, we're seeking him to heal us, which is fine, that's great. We're seeking him to bless us, which I know he wants to do. We're seeking his hands to do all these things in our life. But when are we going to start seeking his face? When are we going to start feeding the poor? Have you been into a prison ever? Not as a guest, you know. To be Christians, we need to do the things that Christ wants us to do. We're Christians. We follow Christ. We're Christ's ones. We're Christians. We're not church people. We're not religious people. We're not supposed to be religious. We're supposed to be spiritual. We're supposed to shake off the adornments of the church. You know, why do we have to have a new wing for our church? It's already big enough. Why do we have to build a building and then expect God to fill it with more people when we're not preaching the real gospel anyway? Why are people going to be attracted to bigger buildings? And it's kind of like self-promotion. And think about your life, the self-promotion, the self-adornment, you know. They're dressing up and looking in the mirror and, okay, man, I'm ready to go out now, you know. We got our tennis shoes we want and the right color jeans and shirts. And, well, for me, that's never been a problem, you know. It's getting all dressed up and getting our hair all fixed up and then going out and presenting ourselves, which is fine. You don't have to just roll out of bed and go out there, you know, your hair all over the place and stuff, but we're promoting ourselves, we're presenting ourselves. We're supposed to be presenting Christ. How often in our daily life do we present Christ? Because there's plenty of opportunity. I went looking for a sandwich when I was flying here. I went to the the bar, because that's the only place that had a sandwich. And I saw this lady, and she looked over and said, "Are you in music?" And I said, "Yeah." She says, "I thought so. Long hair, probably music, you know." And so I started talking to her very soon about Jesus, and we ended up praying together, praying for her salvation. There's an opportunity. I was looking for a sandwich. Sometimes you feel like God's telling you, go talk to that person, you know, or maybe you don't. I mean, if you're not listening to God, and how do you learn to listen to God? Through acts of obedience, by obeying Him when He says small things, you know, like if your mom comes in and says, clean up your room. It's not God's voice, it's your mom's voice. But if you love your mom, clean up your room. Are you really going to grow up and ask God to make you a missionary or a musician or in anything and send you halfway across the world when you can't even clean up your room? You know, you got to be responsible in small things. To those people who are faithful in little, more will be given. So if you feel like God's telling you, go talk to your neighbor. Maybe God's not saying something so vivid to you, like go lead him to Christ, but maybe He's just saying, go over there. Then just go over there. So put down whatever you're doing. Stop washing your car. Go over there and watch him mow his lawn. You know, just love people.
He gives us all His love. He gives us all His love. He's smiling down